What's going on, citizens of the Dark Knight Nation, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while. Life has really kept me busy between my actual job and the college education, but obviously I've been making comic books, and that's been loads of fun, and I wouldn't have been able to start doing that without my audience here at Dark Knight Nation. And I know I do this thing every couple of months where I go away for a couple of months because things get busy. And a large part of that is because the type of the content that I create on this channel takes a long time. It takes a lot of energy and a lot of time that I frankly don't have. The reviews in particular, with the sort of motion comic portion, they take a whole day to produce, and at this stage in my life, to be quite honest with you, for something that doesn't, advance my career or make any sort of income at the moment, I can't afford to spend a whole day making one video, to be quite frank. As much as I love doing them, and I felt like you guys really enjoyed them. I mean, my most popular videos are all the sort of analytical reviews, but it just takes a lot to make those things, and yeah, I can't justify the time, unfortunately, at least not for now. So why am I here, right? I do want to come back and make content on the channel, but it's going to have to change in order for me to make it work in any capacity, and this is what I want to do, right? I've always taken a lot of pride in making original content, stuff that was identifiably mine, Dark Knight Nation's, and that people can look at and say that's him. And so therefore, I think now with my experience as a comic book creator and going sort of full steam ahead on this, I'm thinking, maybe it's time to create content a little bit more central around that. As opposed to the reviews that take me forever to edit and upload and all that stuff. I'm thinking about doing something along the lines of a sort of diary of a comic book creator. And I think this will be entertaining for readers, and I think it will be really informative for people that are looking to get their skin in the game and make comics. There's so much about the production and the creative side of things that it's just not talked about. It's not widely available, compared to other media like film or like prose. You don't have a bunch of people making videos about craft or really about the process, and it can be really intimidating. I mean, I was there, just a couple of months ago looking to make my first comic, and I had no idea what I was doing, and there were so many questions I had, not only around the format, but also around the collaborative process, around the logistical side of creating a physical product, right? Printing, distribution. And I think it would be really interesting to bring you guys in with me on this journey and make this a really transparent, intimate sort of vlog on what it's like creating comics. And at bare minimum, I think it's entertaining, for the reader to look behind the curtain and sort of understand what goes into this to some capacity. And who knows, maybe it might inspire some people to begin creating comics. But I know there are so many people that are interested in creating comics, and they get to a certain step and it becomes really discouraging because there's so much up in the air and there's not a lot of material out there. And that's something I'm thinking about doing, making it a sort of weekly series discussing anything from what I'm doing that week, what the challenges were that I faced, a little bit about sort of specific qualities in creating comics. And listen, I'm still moderately new to this, although I feel like I've been rather intuitive. There's a lot that I have to learn. So, don't take anything that I say as gospel. You'll be watching me, hopefully, throughout this process, learning and growing as a creator, as a writer, as an editor, and as somebody who, publishes their own books. So there's that. I think it'll be really interesting, and I want to take you guys in on that because I miss creating content. I miss interacting with you guys. And again, this isn't to say that the reviews will be gone forever. I'd love to get to a point where maybe I can cross that 1,000 sub mark and bring people in that might be able to do the editing so I can do the review and not have to worry about that and put out what you like. I would also like to bring Let's Talk Comics back in some of the way it was before, but also maybe bringing on other comic book creators and talk about specific things with them as well, and really making it a more versatile show, which I already think it was quite versatile in terms of the types of people I'd be bringing on and the types of conversations we might have. But, you know, taking it to the next level, I'd like to come back and do that as well. So what I'm looking at is maybe making this sort of diary of a comic book creator type thing, a weekly thing on Thursdays, or something like that, you know, and moving from there. So if you want to stay up to date on all of my publishing ventures, you can follow me at Pocket Watch Press on Facebook and on Instagram, and then on Twitter at PWatchPress. If you want to follow me for mostly just the YouTube stuff, at DarkKnightNation on Instagram and on Facebook, at DarkKnightNat25 on Twitter. But yeah, I also want to let you guys know, if you're interested in being involved more intimately in my publishing affairs, there's a Dark Knight Nation newsletter that you can sign up for that has behind the scenes content, giveaways, shout outs to readers, and things like that. We've been going for 7 issues strong so far. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to click the link in the description below to my newsletter. And if you haven't already, 2 issues of Area 51, the Helix Project, are out right now, with the 3rd Kickstarter campaign coming in less than 2 weeks. So go give it a look. Link in the description of my shop down below. That's the best way to support me directly, by buying the book, reading the book, letting people know what you think about it, but also, you know, so you don't have to go through any other channels. Also, if you're interested, I will actually be making my first convention appearance as a comic book creator in Artist Alley at Terrificon at Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut. It's attracting some really big names, man. Donnie Cates, Tim Sale, Dan Jurgens, Pete Tomasi, Paul Miotti and Amanda Connor, DG Chichester, like some really big hitters. And, you know, Jace from the Comic Source, who you guys have seen on numerous episodes of Let's Talk Comics, will also be there. So it'll be a really good time. Come stop by, booth F3, and I'd love to meet some of you guys. I know it's going to be more in the sort of me making a comic book capacity than the YouTube stuff, but man, if you happen to be a fan of the channel and you want to stop by, I would absolutely love to meet you, shake your hand if, you know, your personal etiquette permits, and say thanks, you know, for supporting the channel. But yeah, I wanted to at least make this update video for you guys and have a little chat and let you know that I have been thinking about this a lot, and it's not easy taking a step away from the reviews for a while, but you know, I have to be smart about how I'm dividing my time at this point in the game, and I'm really thankful for those of you that understand. So I am really excited to take you guys in on the creative process and really just kind of provide a little bit more transparency to, you know, making comics. And you know, it's always cool sort of sharing this experience and getting feedback from you all. So let me know down in the comments below what you think about the idea of this sort of diary of a comic book creator video series, with suggestions for names, you know, proper titles. I hope you're all doing well, reading a lot of comics, and I look forward to hearing from you guys again soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to leave a like, comment down below with your thoughts on this change, and of course subscribe to the channel for this new updated content, and we'll catch you guys later.